and continuing our coverage this morning of the emergency that's taking place in Alice Springs. National Senator Matt Canavan joins us for this and a few other issues. Matt, first of all, your thoughts on what's going on in the Red Centre, and should more federal resources be sent there?
Well, look, it's a tragedy for the people of Alice and Central Australia. They can't feel safe, obviously, in their own homes, in their own city, and clearly this is something that needs intervention from all levels of government. Seems to me that Anthony Albanese is playing the role of Pontius Pilate as we approach Good Friday and completely washing his hands of this issue. He's nowhere to be seen. He's running a million miles away from the Indigenous people of Australia since he lost the voice last year. Those Indigenous communities and non-Indigenous people who live in Central Australia are crying out for help here, and they want assistance, and I think it'd be right and proper for our nation's Prime Minister to respond to them and provide every effort available to help bring law and order back to Central Australia. Surely there's some resources the Australian government can offer, whether that's federal police, military even, whatever is needed to keep people safe.
Is your eye okay, Matt?
I'm fine. It looks a lot worse than it feels, but I put my body on the line for Queensland at touch footy the other day, Peter. I put my body on the line.
Hang on, how does that happen in touch footy
as well? But it was just a run-of-the-mill head clash. It was nothing particularly...
was it the Greens?
Brutal, but we're just two bodies coming together and hit me in the wrong place. So,
who'd you hit?
As I say, well, I think Graham Perrott hit me.
Oh, okay.
Saying that. Graham plays pretty tough, came barreling in. I got me on my blind side, and there you go. But
so, did you win the game at least?
Another day. I don't know. I came off after that. So
okay, just wanted to clear that up.
I had to abide by the blood bin rules.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. No, well, I'm glad you're okay. Just wanted to raise that. Now, on to other issues. Anthony Albanese, he's about to launch a 6-week Made in Australia pre-budget campaign in the Hunter, where he'll announce a $1 billion investment in the solar sunshot program to claim, quote, a bigger stake in a global solar manufacturing supply chain. So getting ahead of this announcement, what are your thoughts on it, Matt?
Well, how many more subsidies does renewable energy need? We're constantly told that it's the cheapest form of power and it'll outcompete everything else, but then it just seems to get more and more of your money. More and more taxpayer money has to go, apparently, into the cheapest form of power, into now solar panel manufacturing. Of course, they get subsidies when they put on people's roofs. They get subsidies when they're built out on people's farms. They get subsidies probably when they have to be taken down and put into massive landfills. That's coming to a town near you too. And so where is this all going to end? Because this seems to be quite an insane economic decision for our nation, given there is actually a global supply glut of solar panels on the world stage. That's common knowledge across the industry. China has been building solar panel factories like they're going out of fashion. There are too many solar panels around in the world. So how is this going to make money for our country when effectively the manufacturing process for making a solar panel is not dissimilar to making a flat screen TV? And I don't know if Australia's going to get back in the game of making flat screen TVs anymore. This doesn't seem to be our nation's competitive advantage. And I suppose the test for Anthony Albanese about whether he's serious here is he going to put tariffs on the slave labour-produced solar panels that come out of the Xinjiang province that are made by coal-fired power in China? Because the Biden administration has done that. Is Anthony Albanese going to follow suit here and be serious about protecting and supporting an Australian manufacturing industry in solar by putting reasonable tariffs on slave labour-made solar panels that are currently pretty much everything that is used in Australia today?
Okay, just a final one. We're almost out of time, but I want to ask you, I suppose it's anything for the government at the moment to get away from detainees, but the Home Affairs Minister, she walked out on media twice yesterday. Now there's these allegations of bullying a department secretary, which has been denied, but whatever's going on, does it point to pressure or competency?
Well, it's a complete mess. I can't diagnose why it's a mess because obviously I'm not in those meetings and seeing what's happening, but it's a complete and utter shambles, our migration policy. I suppose I'd make the point that, when Mike Pazuello left the job in November, he got sacked for being too honest with his text messages that got leaked, and ever since he's gone, it's been a complete shambles, and maybe it's time to give Mike his job back. because he seemed to be able to help run the show better than the current mob. Sack the ministers, reappoint Pazulu.
Matt Canavan, okay, there you go. Your commitment to your work and our interviews is admirable after your accident, Matt, so appreciate it.
I always turn up.
You always turn up. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.